Good evening to everyone, and as I promised you, we're here in Opa-locka at our first Career Source Job Fair, sponsored by our own Commissioner Joseph L. Kelly. I'm here just filling in on a great day, a great opportunity for our residents. It seems that government is keeping its promise. Today we have over 1,000 residents. We have over 30 vendors here ready to hire. This is different phases. This is so big. We're now here in the gymnasium where people actually come in, fill out their application, go through the Career Source registering process to get into the system, and then after that they can go into another phase where they actually get to interview and meet the people that are hiring. And I've heard that almost over 20 people have gotten hired already today within an hour and a half. A great opportunity. I want to take time out to thank our City Commission, our Mayor, Myra Taylor, our Vice Mayor Timothy Holmes, our Commissioner, Louis B. Santiago, and of course the person, his vision that made this happen, Commissioner Joseph L. Kelly. And if I can just speak one moment on what Commissioner Kelly's passion was, it was to keep the stimulus of money within our city. We're doing great things. We have over $40 million worth of infrastructure work. We have Family Dollar being built. We have Jackson Restaurant. And his vision is to actually make everyone who makes money in the city, spend money in the city, have our residents work in the city. This is an awesome event. Again, I want to thank Commissioner Joseph L. Kelly for his vision, and not only his vision, but actually making this come to fruition. We're not over yet. This is just the beginning. We're going to be taking some more tours. God bless you, and thank you for watching 77. And it didn't take us long, and we're back with Mr. Ricardo, who I get to see in our city hall, always running up and down the hallway, and now I know why. Mr. Ricardo, you're the Human Resources Administrator, but it seems that your job duties go far, much, and beyond. I know that this is a vision of Commissioner Kelly, who you've been working with, I can say, ever since I've been elected, and I'm sure before that. But I just talked moments ago about how his vision has come reality. Can you tell us what the hard work actually went into creating this?
It's teamwork. It's making sure that we reach out, try to help out the citizens, and Mr. Adderley, he's our director, and we work closely together with him, follow his vision, and we want to reach out and help the residents as much as possible.
Mr. Ricardo, tell us a little bit about who's here, how many have come through so far. I know I have a count of about 1,000. I know it's about 20-something vendors. How is coordinating that whole event?
It's been a challenge. This is, to our knowledge, the first job fair that we've had. We've had about 22 vendors participate. We have a few hundred. We haven't found out exactly what the total is so far. It's been an hour and a half since we've opened, so we're hoping to have a few more come down.
Good. I saw Mr. Adderley, and I know he's really busy, but this is not it. I know we were planning on a summer job fair, and then October another one. What is the commitment with Commissioner Joseph Kelly, his vision, the commitment from staff, commitment from the manager on the economic opportunities you all are providing for our community?
Well, we do have another job fair. This will be in the summer for the high school students. And then in October, we will have another job fair. And we're looking at hopefully having that on a yearly basis. And we want to reach out and provide as much opportunities to the residents of the city of Opa-locka.
Mr. Ricardo, tell us basically the core of Commissioner Kelly's vision is for Opa-locka residents. I know that you can't really give preference and all of that stuff, but aren't we really giving preference to Opa-locka residents?
That's our goal, and that's what we try to strive for.
Okay. So we got 2 more job fairs. I'm excited. I'm going to let you get back to work. I've held you long enough so you don't get a lunch if I tell Mr. Adderley you did this interview. But if you can, just give some words of encouragement to future job fairs for the residents of our community.
Well, we try to reach out and provide as many opportunities as possible. We reach out to as many vendors located here within the city of Opa-locka, businesses, and also in the local area outside of the city. And we try to make it as widespread as possible as far as through our websites, keep tabs in those areas, look out for all the communications through our website, and we try to post flyers and make it known. But the best way is to keep in touch with us through our website regarding all events.
Good, good. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for supporting my colleague, Commissioner Kelly, and his vision. And as always, every time he says he's going to do something, he does it. Thank you, and I guess I'll see you a little bit later.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, and we'll be back on 77. And we're back, and we can't even get out the door fast enough. We have one of our directors here for planning, zoning, and he does so many other hats, changing our comprehensive plan. But he thought it not robbery to be here today for this job fair. And Mr. Gay, thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure.
Mr. Gay, you've been around. You're world renowned for your events in the city of Miami and planning and all that stuff. How does this job fair compare to your experience of job fairs all over the country?
This job fair is very significant because this job fair is more driven toward the residents. In most job fairs, you're looking at bringing people from all across Dade County. And it's good to have people that have that interest in all of Dade County, but it's really good that we have a job fair that's more so focused, that looks at the residents, that is trying to engage those individuals who haven't really had an opportunity to get a leg up as it relates to employment opportunities.
You know, I get a chance to follow you, even though I'm a commissioner. I love to attend your meetings. One of your latter meetings, you talked about parking, but you mentioned economic development. You said that you want a parking problem that you can't solve. Aspiring vendors and people to hire and turn around that dollar in the community, how does that tie into your vision about developing Opa-locka?
Okay. As it relates to developing Opa-locka, one of the things you have to understand with Opa-locka is that you are restricted as it relates to the size of Opa-locka, and we're hoping that we can grow Opa-locka in two areas. One area is looking at annexation, but that's a process that's kind of out of our control. But the other opportunity is to grow it in density. And Opa-locka is ripe, as it is right now, to grow up, to increase in density. And when you have a downtown area and when you create other areas of interest, even in the industrial areas, you want to be able to grow those areas and have more opportunities, more businesses, more economic development. And as people come and trade and provide services and give services, that's going to make Opa-locka a focal point for a lot of activities. When people start coming here, whether they take Tri-Rail or they drive their own cars, especially if they drive their own cars, they're going to need a place to put that car. And when you have a large volume of people coming, there's an opportunity to charge them for that, for parking their car and actually receiving those additional services. And that's what I mean by creating a parking problem. It's like when you have more people, more than a high demand of people coming to a particular area, there's that opportunity to say, hey, we could charge them for the parking in addition to all of the other services, especially when people are coming from outside of your community. In most cases, those are the ones that look forward to, okay, I'm going to have to pay for parking here. When you go downtown Miami, you know you're going to have to pay for parking. When you go into other areas, you know, Miami Shores or Miami Beach, you know you're going to pay for parking there. So we should look at that as another opportunity to bring additional resources and additional income into the city so we can provide better services and better parking.
You got it. So If you have a parking problem, you call Mr. Gay's office. Mr. Gay, we're so happy that you're here today, and we hope that we develop our community as your vision has said in our comprehensive plan. And I love going to your meetings. But before we end, how important is a vision for somebody like Commissioner Kelly to have this vision and it to come into fruition?
It's very important. The great thing about having this job fair is that you know that your public servants have an interest in making your lifestyle better, in creating those opportunities. Employment is key, housing is key, job creation and business development is key. Those are the only ways that you will have a successful city.
Wow.
So if you have those components in place, you're employing your people, you're turning that dollar around 3, 4, and 5 times within your community. That is an example of how a successful community is developed.
On our way to a successful community, we do want to say thank you again, Commissioner Joseph L. Kelly, for making a dream a reality. Thank you, and see you on 77. And we're back, and we've talked about him in the beginning of the show. We knew we were busy. We tracked down Mr. Ricardo, but now we have the man himself, the human resource director, the coordinator of this event, the person that put Commissioner Kelly's vision into reality, the man himself, Mr. Adderley. Mr. Adderley, thank you for taking the time with us.
Thank you.
Mr. Adderley, we've seen the great job that has been done today. We've seen the smiles on the residents' faces. We've seen the smiles on the vendors' faces. But being in government, I know it was not that easy. Tell us about the work that went into this job fair.
Well, we had to work a lot of factors in, and I guess the first one we can mention is the weather.
Yes.
We were very concerned with that. But working with career sources and making sure the vendors came out, making sure the employees was aware of everything that was going on, and making sure we had enough room so we can handle the crowds were some major events that so far have worked out, and we're very happy.
It seems you planned your work and work your plan. Mr. Adderley, I heard a rumor that this is not it. You're planning a summer job fair, a job fair in October. How true are those rumors?
They're very close to true. In fact, for sure, we will have a summer youth fair.
Okay.
We're going to repeat or plan to repeat this in October, and thereafter our plan is to do it every October because that's a better time of the year for jobs, and it also will reach out to more people if we do it. So after today's event, we will have one in the summer for youth who's off from school, and then we'll do a big job fair again come this October. That's the plan.
Mr. Adderley, my colleague, and I just have to say I have so much respect for him because every time he says he's going to do something, it comes into fruition. Right. And I kind of always say keep track of what he says to make sure to see if it doesn't come to fruition. I've never been wrong. Commissioner Joseph L. Kelly, this is a passion of his. How is it important for an elected official to follow through with a vision?
Well, it's very important to him to serve the Opa-locka residents. And a part of this main idea of us doing this was so he can reach the Opa-locka residents. So he made it possible for us to have the resources needed to reach the residents and to reach the businesses of Opa-locka to make this possible.
Now, how much further does it go? Commissioner Kelly wants this not to stop, but to be an annual every year?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so we're on our way.
Yes, we are.
Commissioner Kelly's doing a good job?
Yes, he is.
He's one of the best. Thank you for tuning in, Channel 77. And we're we're back on 77, and I'm here with the beautiful Carol, actually a sponsor here for the job fair, Lynn's Furniture,
Yes, we are.
the best furniture in the world. Now, Carol, you all have several locations just in the Opa-locka area, correct?
Yes, we do. We have 3 different locations. We have one in Miami Gardens, right away across to the Palmetto Expressway. We have another one close to downtown Miami that is in 20 Northwest and 27th Avenue. And we have another one on the flea market of Opa-locka.
Now, I heard that you all wanted to be involved in this job fair. The president of the company, Mr. Marcos, he called late last night saying that I want to be here for this job fair. How important is it for you all to be here for the residents of the city of Opa-locka?
Well, it is really good to support the community, first of all. And second of all, it is really to approach people in the community to find out which one are the businesses that get around them. So that's why we're here participating and supporting the Opa-locka city.
Great, great, great. Now, before I leave, I saw one of Lynn's Furniture on 20th Street. Is there a Lynn's Furniture in downtown?
Yes, it is.
You didn't tell us about that. Tell us about that one.
I did. It is not too far from the Marlins Park that is really famous.
Okay.
It is on the 20 Northwest and 27th Avenue.
Okay. And I think I saw Lynn's Furniture on the Palmetto. Did you tell us about that one?
We do have one on Miami Gardens that is crossing the Palmetto Expressway on 40 Northwest and 167th Street.
And I think it's the Lynn's Furniture in the Opa-locka flea market.
Yes, that's our most convenience and more close to the here to the Opa-locka city. It is located at the flea market of Opa-locka. We have a huge showroom right there. It is a location that we have 3 stores located just in one.
Okay.
And it is open 7 days a week from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay, great. If I want to call Lynn's Furniture for some furniture, give me the number to call.
It will be 305-685-9090.
And ask for Carol. Thank you all so much, Lynn's Furniture, for being a sponsor. I really appreciate this. Commissioner Kelly, really appreciate your involvement. I want to say thank you, and please tell the owner, Marcos, thank you for having you here.
Will do.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we'll be back on 77. And we're back on 77 with no introduction, but I'll do it anyway. Deborah Sheffield Irby, Miss Irby, always a community activist. You're here. We have a couple of thousand people here applying for jobs. How important is this for the community?
Oh, it is most definitely important. Anytime we can boost the morale of our neighborhoods, of our citizens, and work on our economic value, put some of our young people to work, it's an excellent opportunity for everyone. And I encourage everyone to come out and see all of the businesses that are here offering employment.
Right. Ms. Irby, I've always heard you speak at the commission meeting, talk about economic development, turning that dollar around in the community. How important is this on your vision?
Well, it's extremely important. It's you have to look beyond what everyone else is looking at sometimes to really see the purpose, the vision, the potential, everything. And by giving individuals in the city of Opa-locka jobs, that would be a great boost, just a great overall challenge in terms of money, in terms of reducing crime, in terms of purpose, in terms of feeling wanted and needed, not just wandering around, getting your mind set. So anytime you can go out and do something that's beneficial, especially like a job, it helps everybody.
This, and I'm going to put you on the spot here. I always try to find out if Commissioner Joseph Kelly says something, if it doesn't come into fruition. And again, he's proved me wrong. Can you tell us about Commissioner Kelly and this idea he had that has actually gave birth?
Well, see, this is only understood by natives.
Okay.
If you're an Opa-locka native, you understand and you see the vision because you've been here, you've done this, you've done that, you've seen this, you know what you want. So that's where Commissioner Joe Kelly stands. And by being a native of this great city, I particularly understand where he's going and what it is he wants to do.
Well, I'll take that answer, and I'm half Indian too, so I'm a native. Thank you, Ms. Irving, for taking the time, and we'll be back on 77.
Thank you, thank you.
Hello, this is Lady Myra Taylor, Mayor of the great city of Opa-locka, here at our job fair. If you look around, you'll see everything, every people, all the folk have come from far and near. As a matter of fact, I was talking to an applicant all the way from Liberty City, because she was saying that Opa-locka seemed to be the best that she have ever gotten a job fair with. We're so friendly, and everybody's so helpful. So we want to say here in the great city of Opa-locka that if you're not have a job, come out. I don't know when this is going to air, but we will have information about the resource center, and here in the great city of Opa-locka is a job fair. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
And we're back on 77, and with no introduction, everyone should know who this is by this week. From beautification to Tallahassee, over to a job fair. Mr. Baker, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Mr. Baker, what a tremendous, 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 and one more tremendous job that this has been displayed today. I've counted over 500, close to 1,000 people here that are being served. How much of a vision of Commissioner Kelly has been done today?
Well, I think we're close to exceeding our expectations. Certainly our desire is to ensure that the majority of our residents that live in our city have an opportunity to be hired. Certainly there's a tremendous amount of money being spent on our streets and our facilities, and we want to make as much of these opportunities available to our residents. And I think just as the camera scans the room to see all of the different residents that have come out to let it be made known that they are readily and available to assist and work with the city in fixing our infrastructure. And we are also happy and delighted that we have businesses in our area that have jobs available, and as the camera has already scanned the room, that they have made themselves available to assist our residents. So we're happy at it. We're trusting that when everything is said and done, that anyone that wants work in our city, that we made these opportunities available to them. And we're trusting that as we look at the list and go back and see who was hired, that we'll find a large percentage of those that have come here today have actually been hired and put in positions where they can be successful in taking care of their family and their livelihood.
Well, you don't leave anything else for me to say, do you, Mr. Manager? I was looking forward to this job fair because I was hoping that you would have more time for my projects, but I've heard during the interviews it's not going to stop here. We're going to have a summer job fair and a job fair in October. Commissioner Kelly is really pushing jobs and economic opportunity, isn't he?
Yes, he has, and he's made it very clear to me that he want to make sure that as we roll out projects with development agreements, that we think jobs, and this is a big indication of it today.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. We're here on 77. I'll let you get back to work, and we thank you so much for the great job you're doing in our city.
Great, thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.